And a warm welcome to all of you here, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Conversations with Michael. We come together on the first Friday of every month to celebrate and to help support a human soul experience inside of these physical bodies. Let's take our deep breath here together as we allow the energies that are all here, always here in support of us to be here with us today. And it's, of course, a beautiful and very wet day here in the Willamette Valley of Oregon. Spring is beginning to emerge. The sun is shining and, well, it's shining more and more. Not so much today, but really life is pretty good. Life is pretty good. And of course, we are streaming from our home studio and simulcasting to our website on YouTube and on our Vimeo channel. And to create these programs here, we use a variety of royalty and copyright-free video and audio content. We purchase all of them through third-party services to ensure that we have the right to use it. And over the last few months, Facebook has placed a claim on some of the content we use by pausing the video. We understand why they are doing this and we support it, but the process of releasing the claim can take up to a few weeks, which of course drastically interferes with our live stream. I feel it's just a matter of time before they work it out with all the services that provide all this free content, royalty-free content. In the meantime, we decided to stop streaming the live content to Facebook, but we will be posting the edited version of these Conversations with Michael on the Facebook page for those of you that prefer to watch it there. You're all welcome to join us every month here on our own website or on YouTube or on our Vimeo channel. And to those of you that are new to our work, welcome. Welcome. The teachings of Michael, well, they serve a conscious experience with the presence of your soul, while living inside your day-to-day reality as a human being. Originally, I served these teachings as a conscious channel for Archangel Michael and for Yeshua. And over time, I started to embody the presence of my soul nature, which also includes Michael. That experience helped me to reclaim the voice of my own soul. And I really, really enjoy the clarity while hearing and feeling my own truth. It takes a lot of responsibility to act as a conscious channel for other beings. Translating a stream of thought packages into words can be a little tricky as it goes through the filters of our own human identity. I came to realize that there is no perfect channeler. But if you're willing to trust it, all of us have access, direct access, to a very profound state of consciousness by giving our soul permission to also speak. We've been relying on the wisdom and thoughts from a variety of grand beings for a very, very long time. But when did our soul become less grand than any other being? So allowing your soul to speak. I get it. It's a bold choice. And not everyone's comfortable with that for a variety of reasons. It tends to bring up a lot of issues that relate to how we value or love ourselves. And anyone can mimic the style of another channeler or teacher. Today it's really easy to just copy and paste someone else's creation, put it on your website, and call it your own. It's not so easy to trust in the creative presence of your own soul, allowing that presence to actually create something original, authentic, and supported by its own presence. And of course, it would be natural to ask, why would anyone want to become fully conscious, if that also includes feeling all those underlying conflicted energies all of us have carried inside of us, lifetime after lifetime. For some, the pain is just too great. Shutting down or becoming unconscious was really the only way for a lot of people to be able to just get through their day. And then over time, being unconscious became a natural part of being human. So much has changed during this lifetime. There are more fully conscious human beings on the planet right now than ever before. They have the wisdom to know that you can't force the light to be a part of any reality, but you can freely share its presence. Every human being on this planet has a non-physical counterpart called a soul. The soul is an individuated facet of what we call the eternal self. My eternal self is known to all of you as Michael or Michael, who is also but a facet with other countless soul beings of the original self. Our service together is to hopefully inspire all of you to reclaim this experience for yourself. Why? Because it frees you from relying on energies that are outside of your own. To help you experience such a freedom, we encourage you to do what? We encourage you to stay conscious, acknowledging the light in all those parts of us that hide from life, those parts that perceive our soul nature as existing outside of us. So the awakening process invited us to change our perception. And for most people, it was a beautiful experience. Awakening to new ideas, new concepts, new beliefs. But then the awakening phase evolved into something else altogether. Now it's about being a conscious creator of your own experience. And for that to become real, we were encouraged to take a deep dive into our own inner reality. An experience that is not for the faint of heart. It requires of all of us to trust in another part of us that for the most part is unseen. For most of humanity, the experience with the soul is solely based on faith. But I work with thousands of people over the years who want more than that. They want a tangible, physical experience with this presence called the soul. And that too is not for the faint of heart. Because it requires of us to trust in our own intuitive abilities, which for the most part have been lying dormant for a very long time. So we offer our support for such a brave choice in a variety of ways. And as we always do, we're happy to share them with you. Let's take a quick peek of some of the upcoming events. Very good. And of course, you can go to our website to get more information about any of these upcoming events. Living Inside a Drama-Free Zone was actually presented last month as a part of our series of bi-monthly classes for monthly subscribers of the Masters Unplugged program, where for $25 a month or $40 a month, you have unlimited access to up to 10 video libraries with over 200 videos to watch. Michael has labeled this new reality a drama-free zone. He's been labeling it that for almost 25 years. But in this class, he went really deep to help us become even more conscious of the presence of our soul and how to stay connected to it. So it's now streaming live inside our in-studio video library. If you want to check it out, just to see if it's a good fit for any of you, the first month is $9.95. It gives you complete access to the entire library of all the other videos, and you're welcome to cancel anytime. And then starting on the 24th of this month, we'll be introducing our new Transcendence series of live workshops. For that, you just feel free to visit our website. All the information is there under the Live Workshop tab. And of course, our most popular course is the iSpirit program. In this course, it offers the opportunity to experience Michael's presence, his own energy, in a very, very intimate way. It's not for everyone. He's a little direct in this course, but it gets right to the point. Both the iSpirit 1 and iSpirit 2 courses are presented every year, once a year, in the form of live bi-weekly sessions with Michael. They also include a series of private sessions, which helps all of you have a direct conversation with Michael to help you move out of the places where you might be feeling a little stuck. So we created this program for those of you that are actually comfortable being at the leading edge of all the changes that are impacting our life here on earth at this time. We've already received a record number of sign-ups, so we've expanded our class size for this course. It's sold out every year, and if it speaks to your heart, of course, visit our website for more information. Just go on to the iSpirit tab. And finally, we also created a new page on our website titled A Drama-Free Zone. Michael has infused his energy into this page. All of you are welcome to add your own radiance. And some of the feedback we've gotten is a lot of you like coming here to start your day, just to get your energy into a place that feels more like your energy. Because we know it can be really challenging to stay connected to your soul, to not get distracted by everything that's happening all around us. So this is a place to just relax, to recharge your body, and to breathe in your own presence with the loving support of Michael. On that note, let's take our collective deep breath. As I once again enjoy sharing a relationship that I have with my eternal self, a relationship and experience I have with my own soul, and the relationship I have with my human self, all blended together here to offer and represent the teachings of Michael. Indeed, it is. It is I, Michael. One of the blended parts here. Thank you, Robert. Let's begin today's session with a question. You've heard it before, but I think it's appropriate to bring it up once again. Where is the joy, my friends? Where is the joy? Did we miss it along the way? After countless lifetimes, trying to figure out the true nature of life? Countless lifetimes exploring the possibility that indeed the presence of spirit doesn't exist outside of you. And if that is indeed true, how does one experience such a presence? Well, all of you have tried a variety of methods inside a variety of different teachings. All of them are valid. All of them played a vital role in your life. In essence, you survived living inside and now alongside an unconscious, shut down state of consciousness. So we want to thank you for all that you have been through, all that you have endured, all that you have tolerated. But now we come to a new beginning, a brand new story. One that not only supports your joy, it supports an orgasmic life. Is that what scares you, my friends? The orgasmic life? Is that too extreme? We understand that such a life in your old story was literally impossible. You thought that perhaps such an ecstatic experience existed in another dimension, or perhaps on another planet, but clearly not here on Earth. But now you discovered something truly profound. Indeed, it does exist here, but not inside a dualistic system or reality. It's always been there, inside where I call home, the crystalline realms, a reality that is supported by the presence of consciousness. It has always been your birthright to reside within such a reality. Let's take a deep breath. It was even here on Earth, inside this human experience, where you would eventually reclaim it. And so what did you do? You did do that. You reclaimed it. During this lifetime, thousands of human beings have allowed this presence to emerge from within their own being. It has been an awkward, messy adventure filled with a lot of human four-letter words. But many of you that are watching today's show reclaimed this experience during the last 2 or 3 years. It didn't, however, happen in a blink of an eye, did it? And that identity that supported itself within a polarized reality still exists as a part of being human. Another part of you, one that also knows this new realm very well, has begun to emerge from the core of your being. And what have you discovered? This part of you has an inexhaustible passion for exploring creation as a conscious creator of its own experience. You can feel it emerging, weaving its way into your mundane activities. It basically ignores all the reasons, all the excuses for remaining unconscious? Unconscious that all of you are a grand and magnificent being. That is a lie. Beyond anything your human identity could imagine. And now that state of consciousness exists on this planet too. Not as another being, but as you. As you. It's a little intimidating, is it not, for your human identity? Because the human has spent most of its life doing what? Well, from our perspective, hiding from life, lacking the clarity and wisdom to trust in itself. So this new presence offers a profound and radical shift. It isn't acting on behalf of all those ego-driven wants, needs, and desires. Your human self is starting to realize that a soul-filled desire has no agenda, nor does it originate from lacking anything. Its joy for life can actually scare those human parts of you. And if not for the underlying compassion that serves to guide such a passion, many of you would have said no thank you to an embodied human soul experience. And so you did give this presence, your soul, permission to enter this physical reality with you. Some of you went so far as to state, "Dear beloved soul, go ahead and have your way with me." Wow, that was bold. Go ahead, soul, ravish my humanness with your love for self. Allow me, as the human, to experience for the first time with you true original Tantra. The merging of complete opposites in the name of love. Some of you are now feeling from that invitation an ongoing ripple of energy surging through your entire body. But wait a minute here. Did some of you actually skip that part? The orgasmic life? It appears so. Why? Are you waiting for a more opportune time? Perhaps when it doesn't leave your humanness feeling so out of control from being loved back in this manner? Or you were hoping for just a tap on the back, a nice hand to rest your cheek on? Well, that's been going on for some time. But a true, full-body, orgasmic relationship with who you are as a soul being? Where is the joy, my friends? The reality of what is now right in front of you is the very reason you came to Earth. to find a solution to a polarized experience and to share what you eventually discovered with the rest of creation, who's watching this show here on this planet, this movie called your life. Why? Well, because it's the best movie playing. It is. It is the best movie playing. So many beings in so many dimensions, all surrounding themselves with so many agendas. Protecting a wounded heart from feeling separated from the original self. Blaming themselves and others for what appeared to be an unsolvable dilemma. And if Robert would let me scream, I would right now. You solved it, my friends. You did it. You did it. Some of you have been on this planet over 1,000 times. 1,000 lifetimes without feeling the presence of consciousness supporting you. You got thoroughly seduced, once again, by our cosmic story that eventually embedded itself into this mental construct of a reality. And now we can see many of you finally saying goodbye to what appears to be a very old friend. Perhaps it wasn't the best of friendships, but at least it survived all these lifetimes. But now a new day awaits all of you. It no longer resides in your hopes and dreams. It is here, right now. You, the very core of your soul, is now here. Do you dare dance with it, my friends? Play with it. Go grocery shopping with it. Wash your dishes with it. Go for a walk with it. Take a shower with it. Make love with it. If you allow it, you will never, ever experience the pain of feeling separated from your own presence ever again. You will never, ever experience the pain of a love withheld. This is the big surrender, my friends. This is the big letting go. This is the pinnacle of all of that allowing. And it's happening, if you allow it, as we speak. As Michael, your soul, your eternal self, invited me today to give you fair warning. Dear human, you're about to be ravished. Get over it. Take a deep breath and allow your true self to be you too in this human experience. Let's take that collective deep breath together. And acknowledge all that you've gone through. Acknowledge all those underlying unresolved feelings that you feel inside of you that throughout your day just make their way into the front of your life once again. And if they do make their way in front of your life once again, what do? We accept them. We don't go unconscious. We don't shut down. We accept them completely. How does that serve you? That diffuses the dualistic relationship you've been having with them. There's no fight. There's no battle. Accepting them is giving those unresolved energies exactly what they hope to feel. Acceptance is one of the highest forms of compassion, one of the highest forms of love. Then you share your light upon all that you are, both the parts of you that are already enlightened and the parts of you that are not. And the parts of you that are not feeling enlightened begin to trust that who you are, this light, is in total acceptance of them too. Gathering with us here today in support of all of you is not a group of non-physical angelic beings. I've called this small but very potent group of your fellow human beings who have allowed the presence of their soul to be present in their life, to be present here today with you, energetically. And some of them are watching you here, now, participating in today's show, encouraging each of you to remember to breathe consciously your own presence into your body. Yes, it will naturally stir things up, but they were already stirred up in a state of confusion and doubt. Consciously breathe you, the very core of your soul, back into this human experience. Let's do that right now. Take a deep, conscious breath. And now make each breath you take for as long as you like. Each breath that you take for as long as you like. Feel like you're now, perhaps for the first time, consciously inhaling your presence, your energy, and only your presence. Let's do that together as a group. Slow your life down to just one breath, one choice, one step. Conscious that you're breathing just you. No longer breathing everybody else in to support them. Now we support everybody else in a new way by breathing first you in. What happens when you get really clear about this? Absolute bliss and ecstasy is yours to experience with each and every conscious breath. Your radiance now supports everyone else. And never again will you need to feel alone. And of course, if I, Michael, can be of service, I am honored to play that part with you. In a way, you are blessing me by allowing me to serve you. For the love that I feel for myself cannot be contained. And if you try, all of you know how that feels. It hurts. It hurts. Allowing me to serve you is giving me a gift, an outlet for this love that I cannot contain. Thank you. And if any of you find yourself lacking the resources to participate in whatever we are sharing within Ancient Wings, I am still here, standing next to you, in support of all that you are. But now is the time, my friends, for those at the forefront of these changes. This is why you came here. This is why you've tolerated everything. This is your time. This is not the time to try to reduce your magnificence so that humanity feels safe with you being here too. This is a time to live an orgasmic life. There is no shame in feeling extreme levels of joy. And if you can't stop smiling, consciously breathing just you, that's not your problem. Don't make it your problem. While living alongside this conditioned, unconscious, shut down human family. This lifetime and this moment in time of this lifetime represents the end of a very, very long experience. Honor all that you have ever been and ever done. And forgive yourself for anything that you've ever participated in that you're not proud of. All creation, every single being has experienced being unconscious. But this is also but the beginning of a love for self that is new. This love for self has no boundaries. No boundaries. Allowing yourself to radiate such a presence as a blessing to all life. My friends, you don't need me to tell you. Your human family has lost its way. And at the very least, be the lamppost. Shine your light. Be the smile of reassurance that all is well, at least inside the core of your own soul, inside your own experience. And that becomes real, that becomes true when you let that core exist inside this human physical body. Never forget, don't ever forget that you are and have always been grand beings of light who are not frightened by your own shadow, in service to a new passion for life that allows each soul the freedom to express and create without any fear. This is your time. You are now surrounded by countless beings who have entered this reality to do but one thing: to support you. Why? Because that is what friends do. You know that. Extend your arm. Open your hands with your palms up and let them greet you from my side of the veil and feel their support. Feel them grasping your hand to reassure you you have friends. You are being supported. Now do that with your soul as well. And you're free. With this other group, don't be surprised if you get a handshake, but you might be overwhelmed when they give you a full body hug. Let them hug you. Just let them hug you. And for the first time on this planet, you are also surrounded by thousands of fully conscious human beings. Those that said, okay, if you must so, go ahead and have your way with me. Don't let my doubts, don't let my worries and concerns interfere with your passion for sharing your love with me. Because I just can't live another day without feeling your presence inside of me. Thousands that have chosen to stay on this planet with you for one reason. Because friends don't leave friends behind. Especially with so many incredible potentials just waiting for a creator to experience, to act on. So many beings, countless beings throughout all creation are just waiting in anticipation for your next move. They are literally awed by your courage to dive into the den of fear and to walk out smiling and laughing. Let's take a deep breath. It's time to reclaim all of your natural intuitive abilities. We can help you with that. It's time to explore the joy of creating. We can help you with that. It's time to celebrate. We'd like to celebrate with you, if that's okay. Because this is your time to take that quantum leap into allowing your own presence to be with you. All it requires of you, all that it requires of all of you, is to trust you in the same way you trust me. Which brings us to yet another grand opportunity. In this moment, is this the moment, my friends? Is it a good time to allow your soul to have its way with you? Is this it? Are you tired of waiting? Are you tired of feeling alone? Are you tired of processing all those underlying conflicted feelings and energies? Is this the time where you let your soul have its way with you to love you back? I will honor that by stepping back so that I can watch the fireworks. All my blessings, my friends.